for the QuickLoadz 26K Super 40. This is video 3, loading and unloading without a container. The other available videos include 1. Quick loading overview, 2. Trailer overview, and 4. Loading and unloading with a container. For training purposes, it is suggested that all videos are watched in order. This video starts with connecting the truck to the trailer. This trailer is optioned with hydraulic landing gear. It is the most popular option that makes disconnecting the trailer from the truck a quick and easy task. Rather than hand crank the landing gear, the driver simply pushes some buttons to raise or lower the feet. The hydraulic feet can only be operated in manual mode through the switches on the front of the brain box. This is a safety feature to avoid the driver accidentally lowering the feet while the trailer is moving. The brain box and its controls are accessed through the door on the side of the manifold box. The upper part of the box is the brain box. There is a hydraulic gauge to show operation pressures. The manifold box is in the lower portion of the box. The switches are in the normal operating position. The control switch is in phone operation. The function switches are in the neutral position, and the engine switch is in engine stop. The switches are a backup and will control the trailer when not controlled by a smartphone or Wi-Fi device. If the engine switch is on run and the phone tells the engine to stop, it will keep running. Normally, the power switch is in the trailer light position, so the QuickLoadz brain box wakes up and has power whenever the trailer lights are on. For manual mode operation, move the power switch down to pony engine. In the middle neutral position, the power is completely off. The red power light will turn on. Push the engine switch down to engine run. The fuel pump will audibly come on. Push the control switch down from phone operation to regular pressure. The switches are set to regular pressure, pony engine, and engine run. Now press start. You will hear the 38 horsepower Kohler EFI engine start. First, raise the trailer tongue so that the truck can be connected. Press up on the bed tilt switch. Raise the tongue all the way up. Raise or lower the landing gear by pressing up or down on the feet switch. Back up the truck and connect the trailer. Raise the trailer landing gear feet. Still in manual mode. Switches are regular pressure, pony engine, and engine run. Press the start button. Press feet up. Completely retract the feet on the trailer. Return to normal operation mode. Switches are engine stop, trailer light, and phone operation. Connecting a Wi-Fi device. No internet connection is needed, no cell phone service is needed, nor are there any apps to download. The system is self-contained. This is the QuickLoadz brain box. Normally, it is powered by the trailer lights. If you don't see a red power light on, check that the power switch is up in the trailer light position, and that your trailer lights are on. The green Wi-Fi light tells you that the controller is awake and sending out a Wi-Fi signal. Every QuickLoadz trailer carries around in its brain box a computer and a Wi-Fi router. You do not need a cell phone signal. You do not need the internet. The brain box is self-contained and has everything you need on board to operate it with a Wi-Fi device. If the power light and Wi-Fi lights are on, you can connect. The directions are printed inside the lid. To connect, go to Settings on your phone or Wi-Fi device. Click on Wi-Fi and choose the QuickLoadz network. Your phone or Wi-Fi device might already be connected to another network. Click on the QuickLoadz network and connect. If antivirus software comes up, ignore it. Many phones and devices will say that QuickLoadz does not have internet access. That is fine. Internet access is not needed to use QuickLoadz. If your iOS device does not have a Wi-Fi icon in the status bar, go back to Settings, choose Cellular, scroll down, and make sure Wi-Fi Assist is disabled. Once connected to the QuickLoadz Wi-Fi network, open a web browser such as Chrome or Safari. If it's your first time connecting, it can take up to 30 seconds. In the address bar, type in 10.10.0.1. These directions are printed on the lid. After connecting for the first time, the browser will usually remember the address. First time connecting can take up to 30 seconds. The QuickLoadz login screen will show up. Type in your username and password. Press Login. The control screen will now come up. First time connection can take up to 30 seconds. To use the rear view camera, press the camera button. The rear view camera should appear. Press Close to close it. The functions are engine start and stop, bumper in and out, locks in and out, bed up and down, wedges up and down, chains in and out. What if I can't find the QuickLoadz network? If the QuickLoadz network does not appear, check that the power and Wi-Fi lights are on. It is possible that the network will not show up as QuickLoadz, but instead appear as the Wi-Fi router name written on the side of the brain box. Loading. This shows the process for loading without a container. This is to familiarize the driver with the loading operation, trailer functions, and parts. You may find it useful to carry two Wi-Fi devices, so the trailer can be controlled while constantly watching the rear view camera image. Momentarily press the engine start button. The 38 horsepower Kohler EFI engine will audibly start. First, run the locks out by pressing the locks out button. If it is attempted to load or unload a container with the locks not fully out, there is a very good chance of bending a locking pin or breaking a chain. When backing up, it is best to have the lift wedges raised to avoid the possibility of damaging the container. With the lift wedges raised, if a slip or mistake is made, the container will simply hit the flat of the lift wedge. If the lift wedges are down when backing the trailer to the container and a slip or mistake is made, the lift wedges will probably damage the container or even punch a hole in it. The lift wedges are very sturdy. With experience, a driver will be able to skip this step and back up to the container with the wedges down and the trailer already tilted. When learning, it is easiest to back up with the wedges up and the trailer bed flat, so that the line of the trailer and containers provides a reference in keeping the trailer and container straight. It is also usually easier to back up to the container with the trailer wheels all the way rearward against the stops. When backed up to and aligned with the container, release the trailer brakes and slide the trailer wheels forward with the bumper in function. If the trailer brakes are not released before attempting to slide the wheels, the big 4-inch cylinder will pull the truck backwards or drag the trailer wheels. Quick, useful tip. If the truck and trailer are stuck in a muddy situation, you can use the sliding axles to push or pull the truck out. To do this, set the brakes on the trailer, release the brakes on the truck, and use the trailer bumper function to help push or pull the truck. The trailer is used to push the truck forwards. You can also slide the axles forwards while moving to get a smaller turning radius. Do not slide the axles on a public road. Now back to loading. The engine is running, the locks are out, the wedges are up, and the trailer is square and close to the container. Run the wheels forward by pressing the bumper in function. The bumper is attached to the wheels. Run the wheels all the way forward. Lower the lift wedges. Recap. Locks out, wheels forward, lift wedges down. Make sure the drive chains are all the way out, with the grab hooks against their stops. If the chains are not all the way out, when backing up, the container can hit the grab hooks. The grab hooks need to be against their stops, so that they can slide into the container corner castings once the lift wedges have picked up the container. Finish backing up to the container. Press the Bed Up button. Tilt the trailer bed until the rollers just touch the ground. This can be seen in the rear view camera. With the lift wedges down, back up the trailer until the container just touches the 2 rear rollers. The container should touch the rollers on both sides. This is a deliberate design. When loading a 40-foot container onto a 40-foot trailer, if the two start out crooked, then as the container loads, it will only get worse. With an empty or light container, the chains and guides will force the container or trailer to load straight. With a heavy container, something will want to bend. Place the truck in neutral. Release both the truck and trailer brakes. Press the Lift Wedges Up button. As the lift wedges pick up the end of the container, they will pull the trailer slightly under the container. The notches in the lift wedges will help grab the container, as the lift wedges lift the end of the container 6 inches. At this stage, the container end has been raised 6 inches, and is sitting just above the rollers. Push the Chains In button. The grab hooks on the drive chains will go into the container corner castings from underneath. When the container is just sitting on the rear of the bed, stop the drive chains. This is a very important step. The lift wedges must now be lowered. If the lift wedges are not lowered, then as the drive chains pull the trailer under the container, the lift wedges will catch on the container cross members. The drive chains will have a combined 30,000 pounds of pull. If the lift wedges are left up, the container will be damaged. As soon as the end of the container is on the trailer bed, lower the lift wedges to avoid ripping out the container cross members. At this stage, the grab hooks are in the corner castings of the container. The lift wedges are down. The truck and trailer brakes are released. The locks are out, and the drive chains can pull the trailer under the container. Once the lift wedges are lowered, continue to run the drive chains forward and pull the trailer under the container. On a hard surface, the back of the trailer rolls on the rollers. On gravel, QuickLoadz won't care. As the trailer rolls under the container, the driver needs to keep the trailer and container aligned by steering the truck. The drive chains will pull the trailer all the way under the container until the container hits the front stops. When the container is all the way at the front of the trailer, run in the quick locks by pressing the Locks In button. Once the container is locked onto the trailer, tilt down the bed by pressing the Bed Down button. With the trailer brakes released, slide the wheels back by pressing the Bumper Out button. Be certain to run the wheels all the way rearward to the stops. Raise the lift wedges before driving on the road. Engine stop, and away you go. Unloading. This is a detailed overview of unloading with the 26K Super 40, shown without a container to familiarize the driver with the operation of the QuickLoadz trailer. Start the engine. Push the engine start button. Lower the lift wedges. Press the lift wedges down button until the lift wedges are fully retracted. Very important. Unlock your container by pushing the Locks Out button and verify in the rear view mirrors that all 4 corner locks have been released. Slide the wheels forward by pressing the Bumper In button until the wheels are fully forward. Slide the container rearward by pressing Chains Out until approximately 2 feet hang off the rear of the trailer. This way, when the trailer bed is tilted, the rear of the container can be placed exactly where desired. It is also acceptable to tilt the bed before using the drive chains to push the container rearward. Either option, tilt the bed up by pressing the Bed Up button until the rear rollers just touch the ground. Place the truck in neutral. Release the truck and trailer brakes. Move the container rearward with the drive chains by pressing the chains out button. The driver needs to steer the truck to keep the trailer and container in alignment. When running the drive chains out, it is the rear of the grab hooks in the container corner castings which is pushing the container to the back of the trailer, thereby pushing the trailer out from under the container. Run the drive chains out until the corner casting is just at the camera. This shows where the grab hooks will be located. If this is an empty container, or it does not matter if the container falls the last 6 inches, the drive chains can be run all the way back, so that when the trailer pulls out from under the container will fall 6 inches. If this is a loaded container, the drop is likely to damage the container, trailer, or container contents. To avoid this, when the container's corner casting appears in the rearview camera, stop the drive chains by pressing the chains out button. Raise the lift wedges by pressing the lift wedges up button. The weight of the container is now on the lift wedges. The drive chains may be run the rest of the way out to their stops. It is important to run the drive chains all the way back to the stops. Otherwise, it is possible to have a loaded container drop onto a grab hook and break a chain. The lift wedges now have the container grabbed. Place the truck into idle forward to put a slight forward pressure on the container. Lower the lift wedges by pressing the lift wedges down button. This way, a very heavy container may be very gently placed down. Pull the truck forwards a couple of feet. Raise the lift wedges by pressing the lift wedges up button. Tilt the bed down by pressing the bed down button. Be certain to tilt the bed all of the way down. Bring in the locks by pressing the locks in button. Release the trailer brakes and slide the axles back by pressing the bumper out button. Be certain to slide the axles all the way rearward before traveling on a public road. Stop the engine by pressing the engine stop button, and away you go. This concludes the detailed instructions on loading and unloading with the 26K Super 40 QuickLoadz, the fastest, easiest way to move sea shipping containers ever invented. Thank you.